Everybody, welcome back to another edition of Cheesy Does It with that guy named Mike, where I try to expose people who are not from the Northwest to as much Northwest pizza chains as possible. Last time we did Figaro's, which I believe has a roughly 11 chains, I believe, throughout the West Coast. And today we're doing an even more local chain. That's right, it is local Seabeck's Pizza. Located out here in Seabeck, Washington. As far as I know, there's only 4 locations. The original location in Seabeck, Washington, like if you live in Bremerton and you're going out towards Lake Symington, you're going right through there. The original one is like right on the side of the road. It's been there since I was in like middle school or longer. There's one in Port Orchard. There's one out here in the Key Peninsula, which is where I went. And I believe there's also one in Belfair. So as far as I know, there's only 4 branches, but they do really, really good pizza. So you know me. What I like to do is I like to order a regular crust cheese. So just kind of your basic run-of-the-mill cheese pizza. Oh, snap. Look at that. Actually looks pretty good. Yeah, baby. Thumbnail time. I don't know, possibly. Let's get a slice out here and see what we got. I ran out of paper plates, so I'm doing the paper towel thing. It's okay. It's okay. I'm a Gen Xer. I paper toweled most of my youth. So let's get a nice big piece here. Let me get a piece here. The little bubble. I like the little bubbles. Now, it's kind of floppy. It's not going to stand up on its own. But if you crimp it, it's still decent. Little crimp fold there. Now, the crust is a little floppy and soft. I don't know if you can see. There's some a little bit of herbs there in the cheese. So they season their cheese, which I love. Companies that actually put a little bit of seasoning in their cheese, I love that. The sauce is really tangy and good. I love the sauce. Again, it's just like there's no crisp to the crust. It's very just kind of, it's floppy. Although the crust has decent flavor and it goes well with the sauce. I have to say it's kind of on par with the Figaro's, maybe a little bit floppier. In fact, I mean, it tastes better than Domino's, and it looks slightly better than Domino's. I just wish the crust had a little bit of crunch on the bottom, a little bit of snap, a little crackeriness to it would make it a little bit better. Like there's not even any crunch on that bubble. And I love the crunchy bubbles and on like a nice thinner crust. Not bad, but not great. So Seabeck's cheese from their original thin crust, flavor and the fact that they season the cheese. I don't know if you can, little green specks on the cheese there, but they season the cheese, man. I like that. I don't know. The crust is a little underwhelming. It tastes good, has no crunch or snap to it. The sauce is delicious. It's hard, man. I'm going to say the cheese gets a solid B minus. It would probably be an A minus if the crust was a little bit better. So B minus on the cheese, original crust. It could be better. Now, on to the pièce de résistance. So I love a deep dish. I love me some pan. So I always make sure I get like a medium or a large pan pepperoni. And see if I can get a good, decent piece here. I ended up getting a medium because I didn't want to get that much pizza. I got other food reviews to do for my other channels. So here's the Figaro's pan pizza. It's not too thick. I mean, it's clearly a pan, but I like mine a little bit fluffier. The ones that I got at Figaro's was really nice and fluffy. But I do like a little bit of crunch on the bottom. There's got to be some caramelization on there. Like, to me, one of my favorite pan pizzas is the old school Pizza Hut. Their buttery pan crust is, for me, it set the bar when I was like 9 or 10 years old. The first time I had it, I was like, this is the best pan pizza I've ever had. And I judged every pizza on that based on that benchmark. Mm-hmm. It's not bad. It's not super fluffy. Figaro's was a little bit more fluffy in the middle. This is just kind of, the bottom is a little bit tougher to bite through than the Figaro's was in the last show. It's the same sauce. Sauce is really good. The sauce is way better in Figaro's. It's got a sweet, tangy kind of profile. And I can taste the garlic in it. And I love the fact that you got burnt cheese char around the edge of the crust there. That's usually where you're going to get the crunch. And to me, it's the best part of pan pizza is that burnt caramelized cheese around the edge. I mean, again, same awesome seasoned cheese, same sweet but tangy and savory sauce. Man, if I could take this cheese and this sauce and put it on the dough of Figaro's, we'd have something special. Again, if you bought this for a football get together or a Super Bowl party or something, you're not going to get any complaints. You're not going to get, oh my God, this is the greatest pizza I've ever had, but you're not going to get any complaints. It's going to be a crowd pleaser. I mean, even little kids will probably love this sauce. A little bit of crunch there. Like I said, that's my favorite part right there. All that crunch, that cheese, that crust working together. Mm-hmm. That to me is the rock star of pan pizza. I'd say all in all, pretty good pizzas. Um, they're not above and beyond most of the other chains around here. Um, I wouldn't call them pedestrian, but they're definitely, I think, they're better than mediocre, but not quite, outstanding. They're not just, standing up there competing with the big dogs as far as some of the really, really, really good places around here that I'm going to get to, like the Fondies and some of these other places that have in-house real brick stone pizza ovens designed in Europe and built by hand here in the restaurant. And we got a few places like that I will be exposing you to, and I will highly recommend those because we've eaten there before multiple times. It's almost a staple around here. But this one, I'm going to give this one a B plus because the cheese is awesome and well seasoned. The sauce tastes delicious. They got a good caramelization of the cheese around the edge of the crust, and that the butt of the crust is actually pretty good. But the rest of the crust, it could be a little bit fluffier. I don't know if this batch of dough didn't get a chance to cure as long or to rise as good. But all in all, I would say B plus is a pretty decent pizza. If you guys are out here in Western Washington and the lower Puget Sound and Gig Harbor, Key Peninsula, Port Orchard, Tacoma area, and you get a chance to come out and try Seabeck's pizza, it's worth the money. You won't be disappointed. You're probably not going to send pictures back to your friends on the East Coast or Midwest, but it's a good enough pizza to cure the pizza craving. So, Seabeck's Pizza, you guys. I know there's a lot of locals out here that love and swear by Seabeck's Pizza. They have a really good creamy chicken that's one of my favorites. And yeah, if you guys don't know, stop by, give Seabeck's a try, and I don't think you'll regret it. So keep it strange, keep it good, keep it cheesy, and until next time, enjoy the rest of your day.